overcoming blocks to flow. Overcoming blocks to flow. Great. So remember, guys, please share this. Okay, now we have a Facebook group. You should definitely be in by now. Turn your story into a book. And that's a great group to be in. It gives you all the details, all the things you need to know, supporting materials, bonus materials, okay? Access to me in terms of a one-on-one, cheat sheet. We have discovery calls in there, which are free. Whole bunch of things going on. Okay, let's get into today's session. So if you've been keeping up with everything, you'll know the process of writing a book. You already would have started writing your book, but then maybe you've reached a point where you're kind of getting blocked. And you think, well, I've got the hang of this flow of consciousness writing, but something's just not gelling. Something's just not working. I need something else to help me. Okay, so this episode is about this. Okay, now, when I mention the word meditation to most people, some people are like, oh, I can't do meditation. Other people are like, oh, I can't do meditation. And others are very comfortable with it. Now, meditation is really, and I learned through some ascended masters, I think 2 or 3 ascended masters, which is great, but simple, right? Meditation is about focusing your mind on something for an extended period of time. That's basically it. So you've all been meditating already, right? You've been focused on work, you've been focused on your kids, you've been focused on your partner, you've been focused on doing that sport, you've been focused at the gym, right? Everyone, we've already been meditating, guys, right? You've been focused cooking, right? So we've all been focused already. So it isn't anything that's kind of out of your range or out of your limit or beyond you, okay? It's actually quite simple. Now, I didn't say it was easy, but I said it was simple. So I'm going to give you a few little tips. So I'm like here in Bali, we have a bit of a pool over here, so it is pretty relaxing, okay? Now, you may not be in this environment. You may be at home. You may have a bedroom, a balcony, or maybe you don't have a bedroom or balcony, okay? But this is finding a space where you can go that is relatively quiet, okay? That's what we're looking at now. Now, what do? So there's a few little ground rules that I want to bring into this. So one of the ground rules is, and I'm going to try and do this with my one hand, so is your back is straight. Your back is straight, okay? So you're upright. You don't need to be crossing your legs. You don't need to do any of that. You can sit on a comfortable chair. That's okay as well, all right? But your back is straight. That's the first thing. The second thing is breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the nose, whichever is more comfortable for you. We're not going to get hung up on breathing today, okay? So our hands can be resting on our laps, palms facing up. That's great, okay? Now, you with me? Yeah, you're with me, aren't you? I can tell. You're with me. Good. So all we're going to do now we can close our eyes. We close our eyes. Why? Because it cuts out the distraction that is around us, okay? So now all we're doing is basically we've got our back straight. We're sitting on a comfortable chair. We're somewhere relatively quiet. And then we're going to be hands facing up on our lap, palms facing up, should I say. Then we're just going to breathe, right? So in through the nose, out through the nose, or in through the nose, out through the mouth, whichever you're more comfortable with. We're not hung up on breathing or how we do that. And then into our stomach. So we're going to follow the breath in our mind. So we're going to follow the breath going in and then out. Or in and out. Or in and out. Remember, out, in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose, whichever's more comfortable with you. So now all we're going to be doing now is that the mind will probably wander. Maybe there's a guy sweeping at the moment, so maybe my mind will wander to him sweeping. All that I'm doing is acknowledging the sound, right? And then coming back to breath. So what happens is that I am focused on my breath coming in, down and out. But when I get distracted, or if I get distracted, then I just remind myself that I'm bringing it back to breath. So all this is like a cycle of breath coming in, breath coming out. Maybe my attention might wander, and then it wanders, I acknowledge what it is, and come back. That's it. There's no judgment. There's no like, I can't do this, or like, this is too hard. right? All we're doing is just breathing in and breathing out. By the way, breathing you've been doing for a while, right? So you know how to breathe, okay? So this isn't difficult, okay? It's just a matter of you not judging yourself. So all we're doing is breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. When our mind wanders, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be meditating. Bring it back. Or if you're hung up on that word meditation, let's just call it focusing. I'm just focusing, right? And we've all done that, as I said before. Focused playing sport, focused cooking, focused, playing with our kids, focused, riding or cycling or doing something else that we're doing. Okay, we're focused. This is all we're doing now. Okay, so we're going to start off. If you haven't done this before, then just do it for a minute a day. If you're already in that process and you're comfortable with it, then do it for 5 minutes a day. If you're comfortable with that, then up into 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day. Right? So we're just trying to get you into a space where on a regular basis, ideally in the morning, okay, you're going to wake up and you're going to do this. Or whenever you get stuck, all right, we're going to do this. So we're going to stop doing whatever it is we're doing, and then we're going to breathe and go back in. And then what will happen is that, because what begins to happen is that when we get stuck, it's because our mind is in the way. So when we breathe and do these exercises, breathing into our stomach and focusing our attention as it comes down into our tummy and then back out again, we're moving that energy around, and eventually we're dropping that energy down into our body. So that's what it's teaching us to do. And as I said on the previous episodes, when we are able to drop back into our body, then effectively we kind of move ourselves out of the way, right? And that's a really straightforward exercise that you can do anywhere, at any time, pretty much, right? That can help to bring you out of your head, down into your body. Make sense? Okay, remember, you can always reach out to me if you're getting stuck on that, and I can give you some more advice, some more guidance, but that's essentially it, guys, okay? And we use this method, we use this technique, to unblock us. We use this technique to focus us back into our body again. We use this technique to relax,